CBS presents this program in color.
Come on in, it's Art Linkletter's House Party. From Television City in Hollywood, Art Linkletter's House Party, brought to you by Clairol, creators of the exciting natural look in beauty. And now, here's the star of our show, Art Linkletter.
Well, this is quite a day in the United States with elections and a lot of nervous politicians wondering who's going to win. But we're going to have a little fun in the next half hour and make you forget the cares of the Republicans and the Democrats. We have humorous Pat Buttram, featured on the Green Acres comedy series with Ava Gabor and Eddie Albert. He's going to give us some of his homespun rustic humor. It's pretty sharp, too, for a boy from the country. We'll also meet the latest missing heirs. To be found by the house party investigator Larry Craig, we have flown to Hollywood 2 sisters from New Jersey who will share an estate with their brother worth $25,000. And the dramatic thing about this is that they had no idea that all that cash was waiting for them, just lying unclaimed until we found them, because they had lost track of their father almost completely. Well, we'll hear their story and meet them after we meet Pat Buttram in just a moment. Now, a word about a new spray furniture polish.
Jane, what are you doing?
What?
I give you my best table, and you're using that spray wax on it.
But, Mother, this...
You know, I've always used lemon oil to protect it. That's why it's still beautiful.
But this isn't just any spray wax. It's new Behold. It's got lemon oil.
I don't believe it. Lemon oil in a spray wax?
See for yourself.
It looks different. Rich, creamy.
Can you smell the lemon oil?
Well, it is lemon oil.
Sure. That's why I don't have to worry about protection with Behold.
Oh, it's wet.
Don't worry. Water beads up, wipes right off.
Oh, and that beautiful shine is still there. That's protection.
That's new Behold. Brand new Behold furniture polish for real lemon oil protection every time you dust. New from Dracket.
Here at the house party, we occasionally have guest experts on marriage and divorce, or fashions, or health. Today, our guest expert is an expert on the world, on any subject that's asked him, because he knows nothing about anything, and he can talk with authority on everything. Pat Buttram. It's true, a humorist can talk on any subject because really everything's funny.
That's true. Now, for instance, on your show, you have a lot of missing heirs from time to time.
Yeah.
The wills that have been left. And in my hometown the other day, a lady died, and she left $200,000 to her little poodle dog.
She did?
Yeah. But the parakeet sued and broke the will.
You see? That's Pat Buttram. Our first guest today is Mr.
Jim King,
Where are you from, Jim?
Fort Scott, Kansas, Art.
What do you do there?
I'm an office supervisor with the natural gas utility.
And do you have a question for our expert on anything?
Yes, I do, Art. Pat, in your capacity as a fashion expert, we've been here in California for a few days. The outstanding fashions to us have been the mini skirts, the topless, and the bottomless look. We wondered if this is here to stay and when it'll be back to Kansas.
That's a double-barreled question, isn't it?
Do you mean the north part or the south part? Kansas.
Naturally.
Well, I'm in the southeastern part, Pat,
Right.
so...
Well, now, the mini skirts are here to stay, I think. And they've done one thing. They made the men much politer here in California. You notice at the bus stops, the men all stand back and let the girls get on first. You notice that?
That is courtesy, isn't it?
And it's getting to where I hear that there's one fashion coming out that's it's topless, sideless, bottomless, frontless, backless. It's called Good Morning Judge.
We saw that in Las Vegas, Pat, when we passed through there.
And it looks like you lost a little hair while you were looking at it. Thank you very much. Our next guest, another gentleman, Mr.
Pete Ross.
Where are you from, Pete?
Westminster.
And what's your question, Pete?
Well, Pat, my question is, space is in the news quite a bit now. Where do you think Russia's up to in her far as the space program is concerned.
Yeah, what is Russia up to?
Well, one thing about Russia that's done for us in space, if it wasn't for Russia, we wouldn't know if we were ahead or behind, you know. And, the problem...
We'd just be somewhere.
Yes, we can, you know. Everybody hollers about Russia, but I don't know, a country that invents vodka, they can't be all bad.
Anything else about Russia?
Well, no, but the space program, one thing that puzzles me is we're spending, you know, about $5 billion to find out if there's intelligent life on Mars. And I can tell you now there's intelligent life on Mars, because they're not spending $5 billion to find out about us.
All right, here is Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs. Shirley Britt,
From?
Long Beach, California.
And Shirley, what would you like to ask Pat Buttram?
I'd like to ask Pat if the fashions are going to keep getting more extreme in both the men and the women's dress wear and hair.
Both men. By the way, do you approve of men with the long hair?
No, I don't.
Do you approve of men with the more elaborate colors and the cuffs and a little more of the old Victorian or Edwardian style?
I like more the conservative type clothing for men.
But it's going the other way, isn't it, Pat?
It is. They're getting wilder and wilder on clothes, and especially women's clothes. It seems to me the fashion experts, they all get in a room together and they say, well, what can we design this year that'll make women look ridiculous? And mainly it's the wigs are the big thing that's coming out, it seems. And I heard the other day they got a new thing in a wig for women, and this wig is all up in pin curlers. And that's for the woman, you know, that's late and wants to go to the supermarket and don't have time to put her hair up in pin curlers. Just
Thank you. You are Mrs.?
Lorraine Smith,
And where are you from?
Rialto, California.
And what is your question?
How would you save money and enjoy yourself in California?
How would you save money in California and enjoy yourself?
Well, the cost of living has gone up out here. The band was telling me earlier the cost of living last month went up 35 cents a fifth. It's hard to enjoy yourself. Go to Disneyland, all you need is a small kid and $75.
I think we have time for one more here, Pat. We have a young fella here. What's your name?
I'm Jerry Spann.
From Phoenix,
from
aren't
Phoenix,
you?
Arizona.
What's your question, Jerry?
Oh, you hear so much about this communism. I just wondered how long it was going on.
How long it's going to last?
How long it was going to last.
Yeah, communism.
Well, the best definition I heard of a communist is a man who has nothing and he wants to share it with everybody.
That's very popular with people, but is it going to last?
I don't think so, because even in Russia it's getting to where they're dissatisfied and all. I heard the other day an inside story that sneaked out of Russia about one of the head men in Russia, the commissar, asked a farmer, says, how's the potato crops? And he said, oh, Mr. Commissar, the potatoes are filling the barns. The potatoes are filling the fields. We've got potatoes piled up to the sky. Potatoes are piled up to the foot of God. And the commissar said, this is Russia. There is no God. And he said, there's no potatoes either.
Thank you. Pat. We enjoy your humor because these days, if you can't laugh, you got to cry with things being what they are, and I'd rather laugh with you than cry with the news headlines.
Well, it's good to be here, and we'll do it again sometime.
Coming back and see us, Pat Buttram, and we have something for each of our guests.
That's right. For each of them, we have the Sunbeam Automatic Percolator in beautiful chrome finish, Danish modern styling. Makes 3 to 10 cups of coffee. Now a word about another fine Clairol product.
Does she or doesn't she? Now you can shampoo in the natural-looking hair coloring. New shampoo formula, Miss Clairol. It's for busy gals who want to shampoo in the natural look of Miss Clairol and want it fast, easy, more convenient. Does she or doesn't she? With Miss Clairol, hair color so natural, only her hairdresser knows for sure. New shampoo formula, Miss Clairol, catches and reflects light like natural color at its loveliest. Just shampoo it in and marvel at the way it blends and covers gray. Same choice of wonderfully natural-looking shades that have made Miss Clairol hair color bath the darling of perfectionists. New shampoo formula, Miss Clairol. It's extra easy, or cream formula, it's extra rich.
We're rather excited backstage here in the house party today because we've just found some more missing heirs, and these are the rightful heirs to a $25,000 estate. But before we meet them, two sisters who we've flown here to Hollywood from New Jersey, let's hear part of the story from our house party investigator, Mr. Larry Craig. Larry, would you come in? It was how long ago that we first announced this missing estate? About a month ago?
July 29, I believe, was the date.
Right around there. Who had passed away and left the money, and what was the background?
A man who was known by the name of Charles Brown, also known by the name of Braun, B-R-A-U-N, died a couple of years ago in his 70s in New York. And about all we knew about him was that he was born in Holland, that he was a cake baker, and had worked at a bakery in Brooklyn. And we thought that all his relatives were still back in Holland. We did have a rumor that he had been married before and had children by the first wife.
But only a rumor, yeah?
Only a rumor, and we didn't know their identities, and we thought that if they did exist, if the rumor was true, that they probably were in Holland. But they weren't. They were in New York, or New Jersey, just a few miles away from...
And how did they hear about this?
Well, one of the daughters of Charles Brown was returning from a shopping trip and turned the show on and just caught the last half of our interview about the estate, and then wrote to us, kept it a secret from her sisters and brother until she could confirm it, that she'd heard what she thought she heard.
Well, let's meet them because they're very excited. They've been flown out, as I say, to Hollywood from their homes in New Jersey. Mrs. Gerarda Clausen of Bayonne and Joanna DeBrune of Jersey City. How do you do? Now, which one is which? I don't meet these people before we go on the air. You're Mrs.
Gerarda Clausen.
And you're Mrs. DeBrune.
DeBrune.
That was your father's name, wasn't it?
That's right.
Which one of the two of you heard or saw on the show?
I did.
You did? Now, I'm curious to know, did anybody after the show was off the air either write or phone you? Would you have heard about it if you hadn't happened to have caught the show?
No, I wouldn't have heard a thing.
Nobody knew about this?
That's right.
So if you hadn't come back from the shopping trip and happened to turn us on right at that minute...
Right at that minute.
Neither one of you would be here today, and that $25,000 would be where it is.
That's what a slender thread these things hang on.
Isn't that amazing? And what was it that gave you the thought that perhaps it was you?
Well, my father's name, because he's known as Charles Brown, and they did say that they thought he was a Hollander or a German, and a cake baker, and I thought, well, it sounds like my dad.
There aren't very many Holland cake bakers named Brown hanging around.
That's right.
Well, now, how long has it been since you've known about him or heard from him?
Oh, about 20 years.
And Joanna, what were you doing when your sister phoned you? Were you...
No, she sent me a telegram.
Oh, she sent you a wire. What'd she say?
Call me right away. I have something important.
So you telephoned her. How far apart do you live?
Well, I live in Jersey City. She lives in Bayonne.
Oh, Bayonne. How far apart's that at?
Oh, it's about...
Well, good half hour.
About half hour's
Good half hour. Oh, well, that was a long-distance call then. You called her.
Yes.
And when she told you about it, what did you say?
Oh, Jerry, come on. Repeat it.
You didn't believe it, did you?
No, she didn't.
What are you going to do with your share of the $25,000?
I'm going to save it.
What are you going to do with yours?
Buy bonds.
And what's your brother going to do, I wonder?
I don't know.
Well,
We
he
didn't
just
ask
bought a
him.
house, so I guess
Yes,
he has to
because
pay
he
some
can
of the
use-
mortgage out.
Well, ladies, we hope you've had a nice trip to Hollywood.
We had a lovely trip.
And you have a nice vacation here, and you get all that money tax-free.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
So you two, by the way, don't really look like sisters. What's become of you two? You had too many desserts, and she didn't have enough hamburgers. Now you can eat anything you want. You got the money. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Goodbye. Larry, we'll see you in a moment or two. Now let's meet the man with the X who makes things disappear right before your eyes.
See that X on my apron? I've been grilling hamburgers. Pretty greasy job. Now watch. See how clean the apron was? But look at that. That's greasy dirt.
Ooh, that's tough to get out.
Right. But today there's a really advanced detergent with exclusive grease cutters. It's new Advanced All. Cuts through greasy dirt in a way no leading detergent ever did before. Here, let me show you. Drop greasy oil into water containing a leading detergent. Just sits there. But here's water with Advanced All. Drop in the same greasy oil. Now see those grease cutters go to work? Breaks up the grease, floats it away. Cuts greasy dirt in a way no other detergent ever did before. Remember the X?
It's all gone.
All clean. You see why they say all outcleans the leading white detergent, outcleans the leading blue detergent.
How about that speckled detergent?
You bet. All outcleans them all.
This portion of House Party was brought to you by Clairol, creators of the exciting natural look in beauty. Now for the second half of Art Linkletter's House Party, brought to you by Chef Boyardee, makers of a complete line of fine Italian-style foods. Here's Art.
I thought you'd be interested in hearing a little of the backstage scoop about how we find these missing heirs, because we've discovered more than $500,000 worth in the last 6 months. And I want you to know that Larry Craig, who is a professional detective and investigator, is hired by the House Party, and he charges, of course, nothing for finding these estates to the people who have them coming to. But there are professional people who do also, you might say, compete with us.
That's right.
And what do they get? Up to how much do they get?
Well, they charge a percentage of the estate or the inheritance in return for assisting in making the claim and revealing the whereabouts of the money once they've found the heir. So we're racing not only against time, Art, against the statutory period when the money permanently becomes the property of the state, but also we're racing these heir hunters who are out on their own, at their own expense, trying to find these people, so that that's how they make their living.
How much do they get? Up to how much?
Oh, anywhere from 5 to 50%, depending upon the size of the estate and the amount of work that goes into finding the people.
Sometimes they take 50%.
Yes.
Of course, we have the delight of seeing the people get it as a gift to the house party, so to speak.
That's right. We make no charge at all.
And as you say, if a state isn't found, it goes into the state coffers sooner or later.
That's right. And it usually goes into the school fund.
Now, Larry, we've got a big one coming up, and maybe out there in the audience on the radio, on some 249 stations, or on television, some 180 stations, there'll be some heir who might pick up $83,000. What's the name?
We're looking for James A. Miller, or his children, or his brothers or sisters, or their children.
Who died, and what did they...
His son, William G. Miller, died in McKeesport, Pennsylvania in 1965 and left $83,500.
How old was the son?
The son was about 54 when he died. The heir, James A. Miller, was last seen 40 years ago in McKeesport.
But he might have children, other children.
That's right, or brothers or sisters, so, or their children could take.
Very common name, James A. Miller, and the Miller family.
Yes, and he worked for a while, many, many years ago, for the Cremo, C-R-E-M-O Light Company in Youngstown, Ohio. We know very little else about him. We do know that the son who died was an organist in several churches and synagogues in the Pittsburgh area.
Gee, it must have been good collections, $83,000. Well, Larry, that's the story on the newest and the most exciting one we have on tap, and we'll see you in a few days.
Fine.
Thank you. Now, Jack, tell them how to contact Larry.
You simply write to Larry Craig, care of Art Linkletter, Television City, Los Angeles 90036. Do not send registered letters or telephone area code 213 Hollywood 54118, and do not call collect. Here's a word from Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee Beefaroni has more bodybuilding protein for lunch than most soups or sandwiches.
Minor backache from muscle strain? No rubbing can make salves or liniments penetrate to reach that pain deep inside muscles and joints. Get liquid heat. Just brush on heat. Heat soaks deep into skin fast, and when heat soaks in, pain flows out. Heat replaces pain from deep inside muscles and joints with hours of soothing relief. For relief of minor backache from muscle strain, get heat. When heat soaks in, pain flows out.
Good thing. We have some 8 and 9-year-olds today. They're from the Colfax Avenue School in North Hollywood, 3 boys and a young lady. And our first young man is a rather different guest for us. He's different because he has a different kind of a name than we've heard for a long time, which is,
Yoram.
Yoram what?
Vered.
Yoram Vered. He's born in Israel in a little town called?
Kfar Saba.
And you have been in the United States how long?
For almost
You don't
all
need to
of my
bend
life.
forward like that. We'll
For
pick...
almost all of my life.
So you don't remember much about Israel at all?
A little.
What do you remember?
Well, I remember going to the Wailing Wall.
In Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Did you do a little wailing?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you don't wail much there anymore. And did you remember any Jewish language at all?
Some of it.
Like what? Can you count to 5?
Yes.
Let me hear you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Very good, very good. You had that almost perfect. A little southern accent, but very good. Now that you're living in this country, you can be anything you want. You could be President of the United States, maybe. Would you like to be that or not?
No.
You couldn't be that because you're born out of the country, but you could be governor.
Yes.
Would you like to be governor?
No,
Why?
unless I'm elected.
Well, I'm glad you have the democratic idea. Stephen Erickson, you're a blonde boy, and that Erickson name must be what, Swedish or Danish?
I don't really know.
I think Erickson's Swedish with an O-N, and E-N, it's something.
Well, our grandmothers and grandfathers came from Sweden.
Oh, that's it. It's a Swedish name then, uh-huh. Tell me, what do you think about being governor of California?
Well, if I was elected governor, I'd try to be fair to everybody.
Well, that would be nice. Jerry Wechter? What kind of a name is Wechter? W-E-C-H-T-R. German, I guess.
I don't know.
Jerry, what would you do if you were governor?
I'd be fair and I'd hire some people to rebuild some old homes.
You'd rebuild all the old houses in California?
Yes.
What's your dad do?
He's a musician.
A musician? Oh, I thought maybe he was a house builder or plumber or something, getting work for him. Sandy Silverman, what would you do if you were a Miss Governor?
I'd make them, the teachers work harder.
Now here's a good question. Everybody likes to have things come true. Most of us kind of daydreamers, or we wish things. Yoram Vered, what do you think is the best way to make things come true?
By earning it or working for it.
In other words, don't just sit around and dream.
Yeah.
Well, that's a wonderful thought. What do you think about making things come true, Stephen?
Well, I like to dream about them.
Do you believe in dreams?
Yes.
Ever had a dream come true?
Not yet.
Jerry, how do you think about making things come true?
If you're right-handed, to cross your right-hand fingers, and if you're left-handed, to cross your left-hand fingers.
I've never heard of that theory before. In other words, keep your fingers crossed. Huh? What do you think about making things come true, Sandy?
Wish on a falling star.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah.
Where have you seen a falling star?
At Palm Springs.
Yeah, they do a lot of falling down right on the main street. Some of my friends. Oh, actually, a falling star, do you tell anybody about your wish?
No.
Why not?
It won't come true then.
Yeah. What do you think's the best time of life, Sandy? The best years?
When you're a teenager.
Why?
For you can go out on dates.
Oh, boy. Look at their eyes sparkle. What's the best time of life, Jerry?
I think when you're between 9 and 13.
Why?
Because of my lucky numbers and they're both odd numbers.
Keep both fingers crossed. Best time of life, Stephen?
Well, between when you're born and when you're dead, because when you're born, nobody spanks you or anything, and when you're dead, you can commit suicide.
We leave you with this lovely thought. What is the best time of life, do you think, Yoram?
Between 15 and 21.
Why?
Because 1, after you're 16, you can drive. 2, you are not allowed to drink alcoholic beverages. 3, because you can talk slang.
Boy, that guy's a reasoner, isn't he? He's thinking all the time. The school gets a portable TV set furnished by Spiegel. The girls get a beautiful little Miss Everything tote bag by American Tourister. The boys get the Hoover electric shoe polisher that enables them to make some money around the house. They each get Tasco's complete new microscope kit. Zooms to the power you need with the power calculator turret, and they each get a handsome 17-jewel wristwatch by Westcott. Now let's pause for a message from Frito-Lay.
Harry, don't you just love Fritos corn chips? Yeah, what's so good about them? It's the way they taste with soft drinks.
No, it's the way they taste with hot dogs.
You're wrong, Harry. Soft drinks. Fritos and soft drinks.
Fritos and hot dogs.
Soft drinks.
Whoa!
What's so good about Fritos is iced tea. Is how Fritos taste.